Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. I just want to show you a quick tip how to clean mucky stuff when you cook in the kitchen. It's all greasy, all dirty, so I'm just cleaning my, look at this Nescafe Duchy. It was packed at the back there, so I'm cleaning and this is a product. I'll just show you a quick easy tip. And it takes off all the muckiness, even on your wall. You don't need to use bleaches, you don't need to use anything to destroy the item, especially with the thing, because I started cleaning it and I thought, let me make a channel because then everyone can be happy and learn how to clean electrical stuff that has been there in the kitchen for a while. So this is the idea. Also, this had expired, and which is bicarbonate soda. My family likes to throw this bicarbonate soda. Obviously it's expired in the cupboards, but I also get upset because I teach them that such things, as much as they stay in your cupboard even for up to 5 years, this is expired. It's very embarrassing to let you know, but I'm just going to let you know because it's going to make it easier for you to know that even if it's expired. Obviously you don't use it for baking anymore, but you could use it to clean the house, especially with stains of the mucky kitchen, like I said. So if I put some there and add a bit of water, I'm just going to let it soak, and I'm just going to put it by the sink so that it can soak, and I'll clean it and then I'll just show you. So I'll show you what I'm doing to clean it so that it's just easy. You clean it. Obviously you need to go over it again with a cleaner cloth and wipe it thoroughly again as you've cleaned it with the carbonate soda. So this is also my mucky old J cloth that I was wiping my surfaces. I'm going to throw it because I'm going to get a clean one. There's a clean one for the next time I'm using the kitchen to wipe the surfaces. So I'm just going to leave that for the time being on one side, and I'm just going to show you now. As I put the carbonate soda, I'll put it on the J cloth. Not a lot, you just need a tiny bit, but obviously I'm getting rid of it. Another thing I have is actually the baking soda as well, which is expired. I've not used it for a while. It's a bit mucky. If I just show it to you, I obviously use my glove. I'll need to throw it after this because I use this for the oven, so don't mind me with all the stains. It's because I've probably worn it for the oven and I found it. I keep them, I recycle them so that at least not obviously if I use it now we have COVID, I will not use the same glove, I'll dispose of them. But if I clean the oven, especially if you use Mr. Muscle, I just use it one more time so that I can just make use of it instead of wasting the gloves. But anyway, so this is the carbonate soda. You can see also it's hard inside. If you look, it's hard. There's nothing you can do about it. That can also actually work. You can crunch it up. Most likely you can actually put it, and you can, I'll just put that away, so you can put it with water, slight water, but you don't need to. You just need to wipe it first while it's dry on the cloth, and then after that you can soak your cloth to actually wipe it. Thank you. So I'm just going to show you. I've obviously done my cloth, and I'm just going to wipe it, and you start seeing it, it starts cleaning it. So you don't need to throw it, because I've hardly used this machine actually. I bought it and it sat in the kitchen, and that's why it's got all the stains, and if you look, it's getting clean. So this is why you don't need to really wet, you don't really need to wet the cloth. I'm just going to probably take out my glove. I'm just going to wet the cloth slightly with some water. So if you look, I put a tiny drop of it in the water, or probably that's rubbing out the nail, which is not a good idea, but it's coming off, but that's fine. So I'm not going to try and clean that too much, because obviously you like to show your product's name and branding. So this is the Nescafe machine. I've had it for so many years, but I've hardly used it. So now I'm just going to clean it and try and make it obviously as white as possible. This might not actually be a good result because obviously over the years it's just sat in the corner, the grease from the fan has made it is what it is. But it is usable. So I'm not going to throw it. I'm just going to use it until it dies out on me, or if anything happens to it, I can always resell it. In England, we actually do a car boot sale, so you can get rid of your stuff and people buy them. Or you put it online on eBay and you find someone interested to buy it, because in the shops it's very expensive. I'm not actually sure how much it costs at the moment, but I'm sure I bought this maybe 4 or 5 years ago, so it's quite an old machine, but it's still, I think it's still on sale. When I purchased it, it went for about, on sale it was about £40. And I'll show you the capsules for it. Just give me a minute. So literally I've been cleaning it. As you can see the difference between here and the side bit. So I'm going to try and clean it a bit more on the side, just to give it a thorough clean. It will come off, and I wanted to show you the capsules for them. This is the capsules for them that you buy from the shop, and this is our Nescafe. I don't know if you say Dolce Gusto. You put it into the machine and it brings you your cappuccino, sort of. Everywhere is shut down now, so I would suggest, if you wanted this video, so it's not branded, I'll just let you know. I'm just advertising it, but I'm just showing you the stuff that you use for it. Then we have the compound that goes behind, which actually you top it up with water, which is very clean, because obviously I didn't use anything I just washed it, but I was actually thinking maybe you're putting a little bit of the carbonate with a little bit of water, just to take out, if you look, there's a bit of underneath here, there's a spring, and if you look, you can see there's a circle of maybe residue water, the hard water, and it makes the, and obviously we have hard water in England, so it makes that white murky stuff. So what I've done is I put carbonate soda. I'm just going to put also water just to soak it, and I put water to soak it so it can take it out. But that should not be too bad, because why I use carbonate soda is because carbonate soda cannot give you an upset stomach. Obviously it's used for baking, so you can eat it, although I wouldn't advise you to eat it direct from the container. I would say that basically why I'm using it for cleaning products, like my product like this, inside this, because the water goes through here. As you can see, probably it's sleeping, I need to put it in the sink, and that's when you put the machine like this, that's where it brings the water through here, and you obviously make your coffee. So let me carry on cleaning and let's see how we get on with it. Thanks. I think that was baking powder, but I'm using bicarbonate of soda. This is really, really good for the toilets, for anything that is stained, for anything that you need to clean, oily, if it's on the murky walls here, which I need to clean a bit more again, just to take out from the gout here. This is obviously oil from the oven cooker, and I'm just going to carry on cleaning and see how fast we clean my coffee machine here, so I can start making coffee. I don't really like drinking coffee, but because we're in lockdown and I'm in the house, I find I'm bored and I'm always wanting to eat. I've drank a lot of teas, I'm fed up. I made hot chocolate because it's cold, we're at winter season at the moment, but now I just decided maybe the occasional now and then I'm going to bake cupcakes. Having my cupcakes, I would love to have the machine working for me. Thank you. So I'm just going to finish the finishing touches. I think that's as white as I can get right at the moment, but that's not too bad. So this is the machine. I'm just going to put it together. I'm just cleaning it. Obviously you also wipe the wire for it. Clean the wire for it. And there you go. And obviously when I'm also cleaning, I do like playing music. So I had to find something that I will not get monetized for. This is called Get It. and it's by NCS. My son is the one who knows, because I was looking for music that I don't get monetized for. Just do it. I've put water, so I'm going to just show you after how obviously the machine is going to work. I'm just going to use also the J cloth again just to wipe it again, because obviously I use the products and just to give it a nice clean, but I'll just leave it as it is. I wouldn't wipe it anymore because I haven't really used it. I'll just removing the murky stains which you've seen it hasn't. That's still fine. And obviously this I've cleaned it as well, which was this color, but this maybe I might have to carry on cleaning it and see how it comes out over the time, but this is what it looks like at the moment. So what I've done is I've wet the J cloth and I'm just going to give it a thorough nice clean. I've played with the button there, some cabinet had gone in there because I was cleaning, and I've added the water. That's nice and clean now, but I'm just going to run the water through because I've obviously used cabinet by cabinet soda to clean it, so I'm just going to put water to go through it. There is a button there, so all we do is fix it like that. There we go. And I'm just going to carry on cleaning it so that it's nice and done. I'm going to plug that in. Just be also careful when you're wiping the plug. This cloth is literally damp, it's not wet. So don't wet your cloth too much in case you switch on the electric. You switch on the electric and you've got water in it. You may actually spark the house or switch off. If it happens, you may switch off your main switchboard. It may flick because obviously there's water in your plug, but I would suggest not really to wipe. I'm doing it because I'm used to cleaning, so I know what is danger and what is not. So I would advise you, if you're going to do it, just be very careful. So I've given it a nice wipe. It looks nice and clean. It looks very advertising, so that I can make my coffee there. And I hope it works as well as I'm cleaning, because I don't know, I've not used it. But it should work because I've not used it for a very long time. So, there we go. It's nice and clean. It looks brand new. And I'll just push it to the back of the kitchen there like this. I'll probably change the sockets, I don't like my wires sticking out. So what I tend to do is, if I simply push it towards the back there like this, then you can't really see the socket. So obviously I'm carrying on, I need to carry on cleaning here because I feel it needs. Okay. Yeah, I'm back, guys. So here's my filter tray. Sorry, I washed it, I've cleaned it, I wiped it. I don't need to wipe it dry. Probably I could, because it'd be a good idea. Let me just get a cloth for it. And there's my tea towel. Sorry if it looks a bit grumpy. I like this tea towel because I bought it to match my kitchen, obviously, black and white. It's a bit grumpy. I may need to look for another one, or I might have another one in the drawer. But until it goes torn, it matches with a lot of my things. So I'll put that there like this. That's gone black from the tea cloth, you can see, which is not good. I've been wiping with the tea cloth and it's sort of, yeah, stained it. Not a good idea. But there you go. Right, then I've got, there's the filter. I've also cleaned that as well. I soaked it in my cabinet soda for about 5 to 10 minutes just to take out any gritty stains inside. So I just put it there and it looks shiny. It looks like brand new now. There we go. So sometimes it's not worth throwing the gadgets because they're still working. I'm going to buy a new one. I know the companies like to advertise this, but it's not a good idea because you spend a lot of money. I would suggest just keep what you have until it breaks off. And I'm sure that if it goes, I'm not really bothered to have the machine. That time when I bought it, I saw it, I was buying it to match my kitchen just to display it, you know. And this is why it's come to this color because I hardly use it. I've not cleaned it. It sat there for years. Something was sitting here and look at the color and the result of it. But now I think I'm ready to use it. Right, so I'm just going to get a glass so that I can put it there so that I can run the water because I cleaned the filter at the back. I'm going to top up the water. I would suggest you use water so that it doesn't collect. So basically I was struggling to find out why we would use water bottle at the back, as I said, so that you don't ruin that container. As you can see, it says see-through and glass and clean as well. So I don't want to collect scale at the back because we have had water in England, so I would suggest you use bottled water. So if I just put the glass there, maybe a bit too big. Let me grab a cup actually. Like most of my stuff always is matching black and white, nothing like a cup of tea. I bought this for visitors because I have my own cups. My own cups actually match everything. If I just show you. So I've got a set of everything. So this is a set of my tea. This is the cup. So this was really for visitors. But I do use it obviously. When I open the cupboard I want a big mug, I'll use that. But I bought a set of all of this stuff. There comes my tea cloth. That was supposed to match it, but maybe I need a white one more than the black one, as you can see. And I have a little tray to, if I wanted, I bought it that time at that price. Look at how old it is. Obviously these things were sitting there. I need to clean it more, but I'm just showing you an example of how you can match your coffee, and if you put it there like that, it looks nice, clean, and everybody who comes are impressed. But that's my cup. No one drinks from my cup, so this is why I bought this, just to match. Or if I have visitors or workmen coming to do something in my house, I offer them a cup of tea. As you can see, that is clean as well because I use bicarbonate soda. I don't use anything else to clean it. I soak it and look at the result. Immaculate, right? So that's that. So if I just put it there, and I'm just going to switch it on here, I'll bring it a bit forward so you can have a look. And usually you shut this. I think the capsule is, actually I can't even remember how to do this. I think you pull this out. Yeah, there you go. So I need to clean that because I forgot about that. So right, I'm back. So literally I wiped it. Obviously you can see I've not hardly used it, so it's not stained everything. I wouldn't bother wiping it too much because obviously it's clean, and maybe when you make the next drink you can probably clean it then. But there you go, because I've not used it for ages, so but it was a bit mucky with that. I'm not going to put the capsule in there, which I showed you. Alright guys, so this is a capsule. This is a latte macchiato, I think that's how you say it. You also get a few, you get quite a few. I think it's quite expensive. The box is about maybe between £5 to £10. I'm not sure. I'll check. When I go shopping next time, I'll put the price up or I'll show it on a video. So this is the product. It comes like this. I've actually used this one. You can see it's been stapled. I actually recycle these when I buy them. I use them twice. So what I do is I add more milk on the second one, and then it makes it just that little taste extra. But obviously the first one as well, if you use it, it's fine, but I always keep it so that I can reuse it again. It actually makes another coffee, so it makes two, but it depends on your taste. If you love coffee, it might be too light for you, the second making of it. But for me, I just recycle for just price wise. I don't want to keep using them. I'm a person who recycles everything because I find that I save money that way. So anyway, so this is that. If I put it in, it goes in like that, and obviously you push it back in the tray. That's how it is. I'm not going to use it for now because I'm not making coffee and I'm not going to waste it. I'm not sure if it still has anything because obviously it's sat here like this, and I'll just check at another time. But if I put it in now and close it, you have to close it down for it to work, and you can push if you want a small cup or a big cup. I'm just going to do a big cup, and if I switch on the plug, that's on, and I press it, so the lighters come on, and it's going to flash and it's going to go green. It's going to go green once it's ready, and you've got the handle at the back which you push to the left, which shows you there's a green, I mean a blue and a red. So obviously the red is stop, but once it's ready, because what it's doing, it's warming up the water at the back. So what it's doing is warming up the water, and then it will go green. I'm sure that's it. You see that's on and that's off. So we're just going to give a few minutes to get slightly warm so I can run that water that I put at the back, which is this one here. If you look, this water, just to clean it again. I'm going to do it twice or 3 times just to make sure it's nice and clean. Then I'll fill it up with bottled water. So there you go. So if you look, the button has stopped flashing. It's ready. It's green there. It's ready, and we're ready to go. So if I just push it back, and you see the water coming, you just don't need to do nothing. If you look, the water came out a bit white as well, because probably from the last coffee, all the residue that came inside there. So something is not correct. It's doing that because I haven't put one of those capsules, so it's actually splashing because the capsule is not there. So let's try it again. So I'm just going to try it again. It's flashing again, so it needs to get ready to go green again. There you go. And I'm just going to run the water through. It may be refusing to run because I don't have a capsule in there, so because it needs to make sure there's a capsule in there. So there we go, it's rejecting it now. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to carry on doing it. And thank you so much for thank you so much for coming onto my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for coming onto my YouTube channel. And I'm just going to show you again what I've used. I think you can use any brand as long as it's baking powder. I buy that, Dr. Oetker, and this bicarbonate. These are also quite well for baking, but I've changed my brand and I'm not going to speak